The role your past plays in your healing journey. Hello and welcome to Hope and Faith. My name is Jennifer. I make videos about healing from narcissistic abuse. I share with you my healing journey. In today's video, I will be speaking about the role that your past plays in your healing journey. The past comes to haunt you. It makes you regret of the many things you did and did not do. The past does have a role to play in your life. It is reminding you of the things about yourself that you would rather forget. This is why faith in this journey is such a huge component to help you keep going even when it seems like you are not making any progress. The role of your past, it plays many roles. Your past, it comes to remind you that the truth eventually comes out. The truth of the narcissist was not hidden from you for very long, was it? You always had a hunch, but eventually you did find out. The second thing your past does, it only tells you a story about yourself. It tells you a story of who you are when you play small, right? And it tells you where your blind spots are. If you look back in hindsight, you will realize there's so many things which were right in front of you, but you did not take notice of that. So they were your blind spots. And it speaks at length about your innocent beliefs about the world. You had childlike innocence about the true nature of people, not just the narcissist. You let so many people take advantage of you, and maybe you still do. Your past is here to remind you about your innocent beliefs about this world. It shows you your wounds, how you are always acting from them. When we overly rely on other people to feel good, when others' emotions are more important to us than our own, when we aim to make the environment a safe place at the cost of our own inner world, at the cost of our own emotions, it shows you that you are wounded and that you have a certain level of trauma and that you need healing. So your past, it showcases how you have behaved and why you have behaved the way you have. Your inner child, your past, still feels painful when you think about it, is because your inner child is still grieving. It's still in pain from what has happened. It is waiting for you to come rescue it. What else does the past do? It teaches you. It teaches you about your values, about what matters to you the most. If the people in the life that you love have betrayed you, but you have stuck around and you have this steely will, this resolve to make things work, it shows you that you are a person of integrity, good moral character, a person who does not give up on the people they love easily. It shows you that relationships are important to you. And it shows you many other things. It shows you the values that make life meaningful for you. The past also, however, reveals your attachment style. Now, there are a lot of videos on YouTube and everywhere else there's a lot of information about attachment style. I will not be going into it, but your attachment style is key in you figuring out how you relate to other people. And when you heal this, you have a safer, more longer lasting and peaceful relationships with other people, even if they are just acquaintances or friendships. Your past shows you how you handle power and whether you give it away or you stand in your power. How do you view power in this life? Are you a person who is happy to compromise themselves and let the other person win to keep the peace? Or are you someone who asserts themselves and believes in the value system they have for themselves and finds meaning in that. How do you handle power in your life? The role of your past. This is the role that your past plays. It shows you how you have handled power in the past. Most of all, the most important of all, it is a testimony of where you have put all your hope and faith. See, this is why I say that faith in this journey is such a huge component to help you keep going. It motivates you, even when it seems like you are not making any progress in your healing journey. Your past showcases where you exercised your muscle of hope and faith. Which basket did you put all your hope and faith in? Did you put it in a person? Did you put it in life in general? Or did you put it in yourself? Or did you put it in God? It shows you how you operate. The grief that past brings also has a role to play. While the past might have a lot of lessons, what the past actively does is that it brings a lot of pain with it, especially if you've been through narcissistic abuse. The narcissist leaves you with sadness and grief and pain. The grief of your past, it presents you with this pain, and it makes it look like you have no present or future. The reason why I am bringing up the past and the role that the past plays in your life is because the past, the present, and the future, and how you operate with all of these three components, it's highly reliant on where you have put your hope and faith. So what exactly is faith? Faith is when you are able to take all of this pain, which you feel overwhelmed by, and you hand it over to this entity you trust. You trust because you feel that there is purpose behind this pain, and that you have been through this painful experience because it is trying to bring up something within your character, which you might be able to use in the future, not only for yourself but those around you. And that you're being an instrument through which God is guiding you to make a difference. This is why faith is such an important component, because it helps you believe constructively. It helps you put all your energy in the right place. It gives you a sense of direction, a sense of guidance and protection. Trusting no human but this higher power, which is above all of humanity and the universe, is a superpower on this journey. If you are someone who does not believe in God, then my YouTube channel is not meant for you. I'm so sorry. This channel of mine is meant for people who have this inner knowing that there is purpose in everything that happens to them, and that there is a bigger picture we may not entirely understand right now in the moment, but we have this faith that the journey that is being presented to us is helping us move in the right direction, so that we can work with this power in order to bring benefit out of the most painful things that happen to us, and use it for not only our healing and our well-being, but also for the healing and well-being of those around us. That is faith. So why I feel faith is so crucial in this healing journey is because when I had completely lost my way in this world, it was the love of this higher being that saved me. I did not even believe in God at this point when I was being, broken by the narcissist, because I had faced so much. I had lost my faith. Then one day I woke up to all the deceit that surrounded me. I had an experience where I just developed this immense clarity overnight about what had happened with me. It all came to me overnight, and I also felt this sudden burst of unconditional love that I haven't felt my entire life, that I hadn't felt in eons. I felt this love for almost everyone and everything around me. After this, I uncovered everything about my mother and what she had done to the whole family. the whole truth unveiled and unraveled, and my whole past was explained as to why things were the way they were. I got all the answers that I was looking for my entire life. What was previously just a hunch and a doubt, and what I thought was to be true, was confirmed. And this divine love that I felt was unbelievable, which is what reinforced my faith in that I had lost in this higher being. So this was confirmation for me that this higher power was sending me love and guidance. It was showing me a certain path to follow in order to get rid of the toxic people and walk a path which will undo what all the manipulation had done to me. There were times in this journey when I would absolutely lose grips and break down. And when these sort of breakdowns would happen, I would have friends that I had not kept in touch with, who were living in other corners of the world, who would get in touch with me. They would contact me out of the blue and tell me they had a vision about me, or that they saw me in a dream and that they have a message for me. And the message would always be to trust in God. And it would come at the time when I was feeling completely broken. So, when my faith was shattered by life's instances, I would have all these things happening out of the blue and reminding me to believe in something, believe in God. So my sharing of my healing journey is incomplete if I do not talk about how my faith in God has pulled me through my season of healing. It would be incomplete if I did not acknowledge the presence I feel of this divine entity. Even my dreams have messages about what I should be doing next and how I should be proceeding in every season ahead of me. When I wake up in the morning, if I make all the efforts to wake up before sunrise, and when I sit down quietly with all the pain and the grief I feel in the morning, I always also have this underlying energy of divine unconditional love present along with the grief and the pain that I feel, which keeps guiding me. And it's almost as if I can feel all of these answers come through as to how I should handle my grief and what I should be doing next to move forward and what is the path that is meant for me. I receive all of this when I wake up first thing in the morning. It was almost as if the pain, the excruciating pain of my past was only pushing me to exercise my faith muscle. When you take action in the path you're guided, that action is incomplete without the faith you put in God. So while you might think that it is you who's able to heal, in reality it is God who's offering you healing. Because honestly, we all put in the work. The ones who do. And it is not all of us, but not all of us see the results of those efforts. It is only some of us. So the ways in which I exercise my faith is by establishing a relationship with God. How do you establish a relationship with God? Well, I do this by clearing my conscience layer by layer. I think about all the people I have hurt. I think about the things that I have done which I should not have done. At the time I knew I was doing it, I knew I should not have done it. I established this relationship with God by forgiving others, by being kind and acting in my moral conscience. All of this comes with practice. I also offer prayers many times during the day to strengthen my connection with this divine power. So I receive answers about how I can move forward every time I pour my heart out to God, and it feels almost as if the pain of my past still exists, so that I do not stop deepening this relationship with God. And I have, when there is something in your life, you feel like something is missing, or there is something in your life which is really troubling you, you just decide to give that up or replace that. Every time you feel that emotion, you replace that with your trust and faith in God. You feel this immense amount of relief. You do, even if it is momentary. The thing is, you just have to keep exercising it, keep doing that until all you feel is the trust and faith that you feel in God. So, I have faith in my healing. And in the life that I'm living. God always takes his people that he wants to use. He puts them through a lot, and then he puts them in obscure places, hides them away from everyone so that he can build them up and so that he can use them in serving him and doing his work for the planet. The pain of your past is reminding you of the missing link of the faith you have not put in God. The blind trust that you are being guided, loved, and protected in this journey comes through the pain of your past. Having hope because your faith is in the right place can only happen if you use the pain of your past to guide you to put your faith in the right place. So if you could place your trust in the narcissist and have hopes for that dynamic to work out, then this relationship with God is possible for you to establish. It is possible for you to exercise your faith muscle and put all your trust and hope and faith in God. If you can put that in the narcissist in the past, I'm sure you can do that with God now in the present and for the future. The pain and the haunting of your past is pushing you closer and closer to have faith in the one who will never fail you. The narcissist had already decided, even before you entered the relationship with them, that they will destroy and ruin you, because those are the sort of people they are. They set their own family on fire to keep themselves warm. But the pain from all of that, the haunting of your past, it's only pushing you in the right direction, which is in the direction of God, for you to be close to him, establish a relationship with him, unload your conscious, think about the things, the person that you have been so far, and by establishing that relationship with God, your energy changes completely. You become kind, compassionate, more empathetic, more forgiving, less angry, because you're believing in something bigger than this life itself. And I think that is a powerful way to live, especially after suffering abuse. If you put your faith in the things that this world has to offer you, most definitely, you will end up heartbroken. Because this world, the things that it has to offer, is not meant to sustain your inner being. Your inner being sustains on things such as love and unconditional love and forgiveness and, the divine emotions that we are composed of. But when you indulge in this world, you get to experience emotions such as jealousy, gluttony, lust, the kind of things that will break you. So if you are rebuilding your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, you need to provide yourself with the foundation of this relationship with God, where you stand so strong in your values, in your principles, in your core beliefs about what matters to you the most, that whether anything else happens or not, you still have this to go by. You still have this God, sustaining you in your spirit and giving you that energy, even when you are broken, to keep moving forward. I hope this talk has helped you and it has given you a new perspective. And if you are suffering in your faith and not being able to trust in God, I hope this talk has given you at least one reason to exercise that faith muscle of yours and put your trust in God and see how He comes through for you. Thank you so much for listening to me. I wish you all the best on your healing journey.